Hey everybody, I have a very special guest now as part of our crazy Ibanez 2021 release video set. So Josh Smith on the phone. It's very late at night where he is and very early where I am. So if either of us look slightly frazzled, that'll be why. But Josh, it's great to see you, and some exciting news in that your collaboration with Ibanez has come to fruition, and you are holding. I don't even know what the model number is. You can't call it a JS, can you? Because they've already got another endorsee with those initials.
That was an immediate thought. They were like, "What are we going to have as a designation for the model?" So it's called the FlatV1, because hopefully there'll be more than one in the future. But it's the FlatV version of the new AZS line, which are the new single cut AZ models.
Well, I mean, you've been a long-time player of this style of guitar.
Absolutely.
But traditionally, you've gone with, much lesser-known, sort of smaller boutique builders. And so what was it about, when Ibanez first approached you, what was it about working with them that appealed?
Well, honestly, the thing that appealed to me the most right away was the professionalism and honesty that I felt in dealing with the people who did approach me. And then when I reached out to friends who have been with Ibanez for a very long time, people like Andy Timmons and Eric Krasno and even George Benson and people, and asking questions, it became obvious. No, people stay with this company because they're a good company and because they're wonderful people. So that was first and foremost. Second was they were super excited. They had this success with the AZ line, and they wanted to try something else, They wanted to try a single cut, this style, T-style guitar. And I was the first person they approached, and I helped with the whole line of this for the last almost 2 years, definitely more than 18 months, on the standard AZS, the modern AZS, and then this one. And they let me do everything I want. Like, they let me choose everything. They didn't hold me back. They weren't scared that this was going to be, without question, the most different and vintage Ibanez guitar probably made in a long, long time, at least my model. And they were 100% on board with it. So it's been really like a pleasure to go through this process with them.
So let's have a look. I mean, I've not had a chance to see in the flesh one of these guitars yet. So I'm looking at it. It's not. When I saw one of the teaser pictures you'd put on social, I can kind of see, obviously, a T-style inspiration, but it's almost gave me like it's a bit more curvy, almost like a Mustang kind of vibe going on with the way the waist maybe curves in. What were you trying to steer Ibanez towards on that body shape?
Well, the body shape was mostly them. They wanted to tweak the T-style, of course, to make it Ibanez. And so we just started with little teeny tweaks, shortening the horn here and longing the horn here, just tilting it, not making it offset, but tilting it slightly to give it its own shape. So the standard models, different than mine, have contours, different thicknesses, different contours, different neck heels. Mine is 100% vintage. It's 1.5 inches, complete slab body, complete, square slab neck joint. It's definitely the most vintage one. And yeah, I mean, I drew this pickguard. I drew this control plate. It has an angled switch. I always wanted an angled switch. The knobs are actually straight, just like they would be on a Tele, but the plate is curved. So it's a kind of an optical illusion. They let me choose everything about this guitar. It's got titanium saddles, like my main guitar for the last 15 years had. It has my frets. It's the only Ibanez guitar that has vintage tuners, Fender style down into the body type tuners.
The best style.
Yeah, S style. It's the only Ibanez guitar with 21 frets currently. They didn't make anything off limits. They were like, no, let's do what you want. They believed in kind of my ideas, and as such, I couldn't be more happy with it. This is the third one I've got after the first two prototypes, and this is off-the-shelf model, untouched, and it's the best one I have of the three. It's like, if this is really what it's going to be like off the shelf, then I couldn't be more thrilled, because it's not just like hyperbole. It's really freaking good.
And the neck carve. I mean, I played your your main guitar when you were over in England. Crikey, what was that? 2019, 2018? I can't remember now.
2019 was the last time. Yeah.
And it had a, it's quite a vintage style neck, like a early 50s telly style neck on it. Have you gone with the same sort of, fairly sort of vintage radius and the big clubby kind of feel on the back?
Yep, it's a V-neck, like a 57 or 58 style, just like what was on my main guitar. It's a 9.5-inch radius because my guitar was 9.5 to 12, but over the years it's flattened out to 9.5. And 9.5 is, the most middle of the ground. Works for everybody, and it's just, feels good. The frets are the Ibanez Jescar equivalent of StewMac 154s, which is what I've used on all my guitars for 20 years. So they're tall, but not quite as wide as a 6105. They're like, big, but not enormous. It's really good. The neck feels great. It's a kind of a satin finish on the neck, so it feels hand applied. It's just like my guitar, kind of. In fact, I kind of can catch myself playing it if I'm not thinking and not even realize I'm playing a new guitar and not the one I've been playing for the last 15 years.
That's something you're going to have to change over the next few months, is stop referring to the other one as my guitar and this one as the Ibanez.
Well, yes, this is my guitar.
So, and pickup wise, what have you done with that? Is that a collaboration with Ibanez as well, or is that some sort of signature set with someone else?
It's a signature set, but a new collaboration with Seymour Duncan, and those are going to be available a la carte as well. And again, that was, Seymour Duncan was super open to what I wanted. We took apart my guitar, my Chapin, and measured those pickups and literally matched them as close as we could. I've set, even set each one, told them how I want them to ship from the factory, the pickup angles, string heights, like the whole deal. Even the pots and caps in this guitar are exactly the curve and values of what were in my guitar, which was a very hi-fi cap and a very vintage style volume knob with a specific taper, sealed style pot. They let me, again, every aspect, because I'm a nerd and I know this stuff and what I like, and they were open to all of it.
Well, I guess, Seymour Duncan is killing it at the moment as well, so I'm pleased that you've done another set with those guys, because they're probably my favourite of all the pickup manufacturers too. So I'm so excited to try this guitar. Do you know... So yours is a Josh Smith FlatV1 Signature, top of the line AZS.
Right.
So what do you know much about what's coming in terms of, the models below? What are the main differences between those and your Signature?
Yeah, so there's the AZ vintage style or traditional. I can't remember exactly what they're calling it. It's the most like mine. It has some body contours, but it is telly traditional pickup and bridge selection. What else? The neck heel, I think, is slightly different, a little more access. It's 22 frets instead of 21, but it's very much this style. The modern one, on the other hand, has a mini humbucker in the neck, and they have both a telly bridge style and a tremolo version.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I look forward to seeing those as well. So I suppose there's nothing really left to say other than, could you play us out then?
Oh, yeah. I'll go through.
What are you plugged into today?
I'm playing through my Morgan JS12 amp. Yeah.
Excellent stuff. No, you still using that Myriad fuzz that you did with Vemuram?
Of course. I've got that on the board, and I know you can get that at Andertons, so make sure you buy one.
You can get it all here. Oh man, well look, I'm going to miss you at NAMM. It's like
Me too, man.
We were all pretty devastated that the NAMM show had to be cancelled, because it's the one time a year we get to see all of our American friends.
Oh, dude.
But hopefully at some point, either late this year or into 2022, you'll be touring again, and we'll see you in the UK. But good luck with this, man. It looks super cool. You've done a great job. I think the pick guard is the pick guard and the curved control panel give it such a unique look. I really like it. I really like that curved control panel. That's very, very cool. But anyway, let's give it a blast.
Yeah, I'll go through all the pickups a little bit, and then maybe I'll hit a little gain afterwards. But this is straight into the amp.
Oh, man. Are you still playing with those crazy 13-gauge strings?
Yes, but I promise the guitar's not shipping with them on it.
Oh, I think 99% of the guitar playing population will breathe a sigh of relief.
What's funny is Ibanez asked me, they said, do you want to ship it with 13s? We think that'd be really cool. And I said, do you want people to actually buy the guitar? No.
Yeah, anybody, honestly, you have to. It's so weird, you know, you get such a stellar tone when you play, and you get such incredible sustain. And I remember picking up your guitar, or the old guitar, and man, it wasn't even just the thickness of the strings and how tough it was to bend and stuff like that. You just realize that, you know, it's very difficult to get some of those heavier, you know, the G string and stuff like that to resonate and sustain unless you've got your technique. It's just like, yeah, I mean, there you go.
That's always interesting to me when people pick up my guitar who aren't used to it. All of a sudden, the tone will get very dull, and like a blanket was put on, and then I'll play, and the top end will come back because I'm used to hitting these strings, and most people aren't. Yeah, so it takes an adjustment for sure.
Well, you know, I'm super excited to see not just this guitar, but the whole new range of Ibanez in that style. So Thank you so much for staying up late and joining us.
You got it, man.
And everybody, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying these Ibanez videos. And as I said, if you're watching this video on the day it comes out, Ibanez are doing a social media takeover on all of Anderton's social channels. So if you've got some questions you want to ask Ibanez, head on over there, check them out. But yes, thank you, Josh. Good luck.
Thank you, Lee.
Sleep well. All right, take care, man.
All right, guys.